Welcome to the Muskegon Channel. It's Andy O'Reilly along with Wendy VanWoerkom today. We are up at Michigan's Heritage Trail in Whitehall. If you've never been here, let me tell you something. You are missing out on one of the jewels that we have to offer in Muskegon County. Wendy is the director up here. Nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you again.
I come in with the camera and the tripod and everything. She's like, "Where's your GoPro?" We grew a little bit.
Yes, growing rapidly.
Doing well, too. Tell me about this weekend. Civil War reenactment and camp thing going on here.
Yeah, so it's our Civil War weekend.
Show them, too. This is the Civil War set.
Third annual.
Okay.
This is our winter encampment, and the Civil War weekend offers us the opportunity for us to let the Civil War take over the whole park. So this year we have not only the 3rd Michigan, which has been here in the past, but we also have the 9th Kentucky, which is a new unit that's coming, and we're having a couple cavalry horses come to see how that'll work.
Nice.
And they'll hopefully be able to do a cavalry demo out here as well.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about boy, the gnats are out here, huh?
It's a little buggy this
spring. Happens. Yeah, well, you know, it's spring. It's good. Talk about the whole day. I mean,
sure.
To me, I think that we are at the stage where kids kind of need to see what Civil War was all about and learn a little bit more, because if you don't, go take a look at history, you forget.
Right, you do. It's really important. It gives kids a really great perspective on how the country was formed. And really, the day starts at 10 o'clock when the park opens.
Okay.
And the whole time that the park is open from 10 to 4, visitors are going to be able to come into the camps where the Civil War soldiers are camping. They'll be able to interact with them. They'll also be able to interact with civilians, because usually each unit brings a contingent of civilians with them. So they'll find out what life in the military was like in the camps, and they'll also find out what civilian life back home was like. So that's kind of to start the day, and then we have throughout the day a number of things that are planned. There will be military drills, there will be the cavalry drill, and they'll explain what they did and how soldiers learned to be soldiers, because one thing the kids don't realize is not everybody joined the Army as a soldier. Some of them were farmers and had other jobs.
Everybody did. I mean, you look over the course of American history, and there were a couple of times where no matter what you were doing, you're in the military now.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So we're also going to have some kids games, and in the afternoon we're going to have a battle scenario.
Fun.
So they'll get to see a little bit of get a little taste of what that might have been like. And we have this year musicians as well, who are going to be strolling through the park and interacting with people and talking about music and entertainment in the Civil War era.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is kind of the kickoff to summer. I mean, you guys are doing the school thing right now.
Right.
And, once the schools wrap up, you guys really kick into tourist season.
We do.
Talk about some of the stuff that's coming up this year.
So this year we have theme Thursdays. So once a month in June, July, and August, we'll have a different theme. So the first one is going to be Dog Days, where dogs are invited on leash to come out to the park. And we'll be talking at each of the sites about dogs and pets and their role in history.
Cool.
Then we're also going to be doing toys and games, where people can come out in July and try their hand at some old games.
You mean everything wasn't a PlayStation at one point?
No, not at all. Kids were allowed to get bored. So we'll be doing that, and then in August we're going to be doing health and beauty.
Fun.
So in each of the different sites we'll talk about different beauty treatments, medicines, and of course with the disclaimer not to try these things at home.
Exactly. Go back to the display before deodorant came along.
Right.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be, if only we could have, the smells of history.
No thanks. Some things are better off in advanced stages.
Some things are probably better off not to know.
Right.
So we are also having our big events. So the Civil War weekend is one of those. It's the first. And then in July we're having our big powwow again.
Yes.
So it's the second one.
How'd that go last year? We came up and did a story just before it came on.
It was fantastic.
Was it?
We had over 1,000 people come out over the course of the weekend. And we had pretty good weather. So it was a really great opportunity for our community to get out and to experience that culture and see what it's like.
Remarkable things going on up here. So you got the theme Thursdays.
Yep.
Powwow.
Yep, and then in August we have our Taste of History event again.
Okay.
So this year we're talking about celebrations. So if you've ever wondered what kinds of celebrations were celebrated in the past and how they did it through food, that's what we're going to be talking about. And it's the one time of the year that we actually will have samples for people to try.
Right.
Yeah, so that'll be good. You'll get to see cooking demonstrations, and you'll get to have a taste of some pretty unusual stuff we have.
Like?
One of the more unusual items we have is beaver tail.
Okay.
Everything is a delicacy somewhere.
Absolutely. So this was a real thing, and people used to eat that?
Yes.
Did they really?
Yes.
Good.
So that's one of the more unusual things, and we won't have a lot of it.
No,
so
but
you'll want to buy your tickets and come early if you want to try the more unusual stuff.
I noticed some cool things up front, too, in the Welcome Center.
Yes.
that are going on up there. You got some new merchandise. You got some new fun things for kids to take home.
We do. We have some great stuff in the shop that's
Yeah.
tied to some really good things to help people remember their visit here. And we also have a small display of items that are from the museum's collection that go with the Edward Curtis exhibit
Yes.
that's over at the Art Museum.
Big deal going on at the
Yeah.
Art Museum right now. Yeah, we've been following that one right on through.
Yeah.
What time would you say people should get here this coming weekend for the Civil War encampment?
Sure, I would, I would come at 10 and plan to stay the whole day. Bone
Really?
Ends is going to be out on Saturday,
Yep.
so there will be food available for you here. Sunday, they won't be here, but you're welcome to bring picnics. We've got lots of picnic
Sure.
areas. And yeah, you could easily spend the whole day here experiencing the Civil War stuff as well as the regular sites.
Great place to be. It is Michigan's Heritage Park just off the highway in Whitehall. Wendy VanWoerkom has done a great job getting this together. You ready for the summer?
We're ready.
You sure?
We're ready.
100%.
Positive. 100%.
100%. All the details are right here on the Muskegon channel. Wendy, thanks.
Thank you so much.